Imagine waking up every day feeling like you're breathing through a straw. For over 3.9 million people in UK, this isn't imagination, it's reality. At COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, remains a hidden crisis. It's time to change that. It's time to take action. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, is the third leading cause of death worldwide. In UK, according to the British Lung Foundation, 1.2 million people are diagnosed with COPD, and up to two-thirds remain undiagnosed and cost NHS 1.9 billion pounds annually. But the human cost is immeasurable. In Gloucestershire, over 12,000 people are diagnosed with COPD, with nearly 9,000 more cases suspected but undiagnosed. These are the data confirmed by Public Health England and the Health Economic Units. Assuming that Gloucestershire population is around 640,000, the COPD prevalence is about 3.3%, both diagnosed and undiagnosed combined. So out of it, only 1.9% being diagnosed. Many also face related challenges like diabetes, heart disease, and psychological distress, hidden burdens that are often overlooked alongside with the COPD. The research has confirmed people with COPD have those comorbidities, diabetes, and chronic heart disease, and this imposes more burden to them, added to their breathlessness challenges. And this leads to further anxiety and depression and exacerbates the addictions to smoking further. And diabetes and kidney disease is prevalent with 81.7% of diabetic patients receiving flu vaccination in Gloucestershire. And the chronic kidney disease affects 5.9% of the adults, which is higher than the national average of 4%. So COPD isn't just a respiratory disease, it's a public health crisis, a financial burden, and for many, a devastating struggle. But even worse, we are missing the bigger picture. It's time to change that. Together, we can build a healthcare system that sees a whole person, not just the disease. Hey there, I'm Devi Sundar, a respiratory physiotherapist, integrative psychotherapist, and a neuroscience coach with over 22 years of experience dealing with people with chronic respiratory disease. I've seen the unseen battles faced by those with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, both in professional and personal life. For many, it's not just about struggling for breath, it's about battling the anxiety, depression, and the weight of the stigma. Over the past 3 years, I've dedicated my time creating a free health promotion videos on lung and mental health in my YouTube channel at Breathe Thrive with Devi. And the aim is to bridge the gap in public understanding of chronic respiratory disease, especially COPD and the other related asthma and interstitial lung disease as well. And alongside with this disease process, I wanted to create a public awareness about lung rehabilitation, which is commonly scientifically, we call it pulmonary rehabilitation in the healthcare professional language. So pulmonary rehabilitation is nothing but lung rehabilitation. And also incorporating mental health support inside the rehabilitation for people with chronic respiratory disease. And recent research have also confirmed about the strong links of COPD and diabetes. So my mission in my YouTube videos is to reduce the knowledge disparity among both the public and also the healthcare professionals, because not all healthcare professionals are aware of this important disease, COPD, and which is costing hugely our NHS nationally. However, despite my last 3 years of efforts, I continue to face challenges in reaching the right people to bring about the necessary changes in patient care. This issue extends beyond my professional work. It's about providing a responsible and a compassionate care for our communities. In this video, I want to share the missing links in COPD care, what I truly say. Most cases of COPD, 70 to 80% are caused by smoking. But if we think back why people smoke, the answer lies in mental health, anxiety, depression, even trauma, and many other psychological injuries which cannot be comprehended within the definitions of DSM-5 can lead to smoking as a form of self-medication. When we treat COPD with only inhalers or corticosteroids without addressing their mental health, we are applying a bandage to a wound that keeps on reopening. Worst case, corticosteroids intensifies the anxiety and depression condition, trapping people in a vicious cycle. Despite its massive impact, COPD remains underfunded, undertreated, and massively misunderstood both among the healthcare professional and the public. COPD receives less than 2% of research funding related to its disease burden. And symptoms are often dismissed, putting it as an aging or a smoking issue, delaying the diagnosis, and stigma as a self-inflicted disease hampers advocacy and support. This isn't just a healthcare problem, it's a societal failure. But still, there's hope. We can turn this around. Years out, we can build a system where COPD care is compassionate, comprehensive, and accessible to everyone. First, we need to look into the reform of national COPD strategy that needs to address the mental health alongside the physical health in people with COPD. Secondly, we must screen for comorbidities like anxiety, depression, diabetes, and heart disease during COPD assessment early at the GP center, alongside with spirometry. Spirometry is a lung function test that would reduce the burden on the hospital resources, bringing the diagnosis, early diagnosis into the primary care. Thirdly, I want to emphasize the urgent need to expand access to care for those living with the COPD beyond hospital setting. Imagine them in the gyms, community centers, and even deliver straight to people's home through telemedicine. This kind of accessibility can transform lives, especially for those in the rural or underserved areas. And there is more. Let's introduce breath coaches, trained professionals who can guide patients in understanding and mastering their breathing. Why? Because breathing is more than just a physical function. It's the vital connection between the lungs and the brain, influencing both our physical and mental health in profound ways. And finally, public health awareness campaign can fight stigma and encourage earlier diagnosis. By leveraging the integrated care system, we can reduce the health inequalities, ensuring that no matter your income or location, you have access to life-saving treatment. These changes aren't just ideas, they are necessity. With over 24% of Gloucestershire population age 65 and above, the demand for a compassionate, integrated respiratory care is greater. And by taking these steps, we can empower individuals, improve the outcomes, and create a system that truly puts the patient's care first. Let's make this vision a reality for our community. But none of my ideas, which I mentioned earlier in this video, happens without you. Policymakers, healthcare leaders, and public, your voice will amplify this cause. Let's advocate for a system that doesn't just treat the symptom, but heals the whole person. To put my ideas into action and to add your voices, I have created two petitions at national level and local level. One petition is submitted to the UK Parliament, and I put the link below. It's for the advocate for national COPD reform. And the link is in the description box below. And the other one is for the local level for the Gloucestershire community, integrate mental and physical health care for COPD patient in Gloucestershire. And the link for that petition is also in the description box below. Sign the petition today and join the movement for change. Together, we can demand a future where COPD care isn't just reactive, it's proactive, where it's not just clinical, it's compassionate. This isn't just about saving lives, it's about giving people the chance to live truly. Let's breathe hope into healthcare together. Stay healthy, stay curious. Signing off, Devi Sundar.